Gnaeus Pompeius Magnus, known to history as Pompey the Great, was born in the year 106 BC. It was a turbulent period in Roman history. Pompey's family, though noble, wasn't exceptionally wealthy or influential. Pompey the Great earned the nickname the Teenage Butcher for his ruthless and violent tactics at an early age during the Roman civil wars. Having formed his own private army at just 23 years old, Pompey joined the dictator Sulla, who was embroiled in a brutal civil war with the supporters of Marius. Pompey's actions in this war, including the brutal repression of Marius's supporters, resulted in significant bloodshed. His swift and decisive methods of executing political enemies and crushing opposition earned him the moniker Adulus Sentulus Carnifex, which translates to teenage butcher or young butcher. And hey, before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and share it with your friends. Thanks. Pompey's star continued to rise in the years following Sulla's death, but Pompey wasn't just a skilled commander, he was a master of self-promotion. After defeating the pirates who terrorized the Mediterranean, he returned to Rome to enormous popularity. He used his, up to then, greatest achievement to leverage the next one. Pompey now did what many thought impossible. He brought the wealthy and rebellious East under Roman control. Conquering lands such as Syria, Jerusalem, and parts of modern-day Turkey, he gained even more glory as he expanded Rome's empire far beyond its borders. One of his first and most significant victories came against the Sertorian War in Hispania. There, he faced the cunning Quintus Sertorius, a skilled general who had allied himself with Rome's enemies. The Hispania campaign was long and arduous, testing Pompey's skills to the limit. Yet, through a combination of military prowess and shrewd diplomacy, he ultimately prevailed. This victory, along with his later success in putting down the slave revolt led by Spartacus, solidified his reputation as Rome's leading general. Pompey returned to Rome a conquering hero. His victories earned him immense popularity with the people, who hailed him as their savior. The Roman people, tired of constant wars and internal strife, saw in Pompey a beacon of hope and stability. While this propelled him to new heights of power, it also bred envy and suspicion among some members of the Roman elite. The Roman Senate, always wary of individuals who appeared to wield too much influence, viewed Pompey's growing power with a mixture of admiration and apprehension. As Pompey's fame and influence grew, so too did his political ambitions. Recognizing the limits of his power base, he sought to form alliances with other powerful figures in Rome. In the year 60 BC, he made a secret pact with two other ambitious men, Marcus Licinius Crassus, a wealthy businessman and political operator, and Gaius Julius Caesar, a rising star in Roman politics known for his charisma and ambition. This informal alliance, later known as the First Triumvirate, aimed to circumvent the traditional power structures of the Roman Republic. Together, the three men wielded immense influence. They used their combined power to further their own interests and reshape the political landscape of Rome. Pompey, in turn, used his position within the Triumvirate to consolidate his own power and legacy. He used his influence to ratify his actions in the East, rewarding his veterans with land grants. This move, while popular with the army, further strained his relations with the Senate, who saw it as a blatant power grab. Yet Pompey, strengthened by his alliance with Caesar and Crassus, seemed unstoppable. The First Triumvirate was an unstable agreement, held together by self-interest and ambition. Cracks soon began to appear, fueled by rivalry and mistrust. The death of Julia in 54 BC was a significant blow. Her death removed a vital link, allowing rivalries to resurface. As ambitions diverged, conflict became inevitable. The alliance would soon dissolve, giving rise to one of history's most famous rivalries. Eventually, their rivalry transformed into a civil war. Despite Pompey's initial control of Rome and the Senate's support, Caesar soon outmaneuvered him on the battlefield. Pompey's defeat at the Battle of Pharsalus in 48 BC marked the end of his power. Fleeing to Egypt in search of refuge, he was betrayed and assassinated by agents of the pharaoh. His severed head was then presented to Caesar, a tragic end for one of Rome's greatest men. However, his legacy as a brilliant general and a statesman endured. His story is less known than Caesar's, but it can still teach you a lot about the nature of true leadership. Had you ever heard of this guy? Let me know in the comments. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video and share it with your friends. See you next time.